I'm coming to 50 years old, but I know I look like 55. Some of my friends say, "Wow, you look old, Gilbert." After election, add on 3 more years. After today, maybe another 1 more year. But I like you, I have difficulty getting a job, right? Because transitioning is just a registered society, right? There's no funds, so I have to look for a job, and it's very difficult for me. Right, mind you, I know how tough it is. If you're above 40 years old, it's difficult for you to look for a job. All this boils down to age discrimination, my friend. Age discrimination. If you are age 40 and you could not find a job, what is the term? What's the term for that? It's called discrimination. It is something that's bad and it's happening in our country. That's why a lot of my friends age 40 and above begin to migrate. And I'm probably one of the last few that is staying here. Every few years, I'm asking my friends, "Hey friend, how come 40 years old you start to apply migration to Perth, Sydney, even to NZ?" They say, "Gilbert, I got no job. Right, I'm retrenched, and last 1-2 years I'm looking for a job. And those that are offered to me only pays me 2,000 to 2,005. So a lot of my friends are actually now working in Sydney, working in Perth, and even working in Auckland, New Zealand. In fact, my next job probably will be not in Singapore because it's difficult for me to get a job. So we want the government, right, to implement something to legislate against age bias discrimination. Means the employer will not be able to see our race, our gender, and even our age on the resume. This is what is happening in first world country. You know, in Australia, you do not have to put your gender, you do not have to put the age, you do not have to put your race on the resume. But here, we put everything, even photograph. Even photograph, you know, right? Some employer needs you to put your most beautiful photo on the resume. But we want the government, we want MOM especially, to look into introducing a system whereby we will not need to put all this discriminatory information on the resume. I do not want the employer to know how old I am. And I do not want the employer to discriminate because I'm 49 years old. I still can work, my friend, at 49. I still can pace here. Right, I still run the half marathon at Sundown Marathon. Do you think I'm old, my friend?
No.
Yeah, pacifying me. Right. So we want the MOM and the government, right, to introduce some form of non-discriminatory policies so that your resume will not reflect your age, will not reflect how good you look, but only reflect your educational status, only reflect whether you're capable to do the job or not, but not how pretty you look, but not how young you are. You know, that is discrimination, my friend. And we want the MOM, right, we want the government to look at that. This one my favorite. Tripartite movement. Do you think that the tripartite movement is a joke, my friend? It's a damn big joke. You know why? Who is the union chief, my friend? Lim Shui Sei, and he's the minister. Right. I have problem. I have a problem understanding how can a minister, right, a union chief, represent the workers. Really, it is something that concerns me. Well, I feel someone that is not from the governance should be representing the workers. Don't you agree, Singapore? Yes, I want someone that is not from the government to represent my interests, because I have problem reconciling with the fact that a minister, someone power in governance, is represent the workers' interests. He's already representing the government. Probably he's also representing the employer. Why should he also represent the workers? This is something that I cannot comprehend until now. Right. So we want the tripartite movement to be tweaked. We want it to be changed. Don't you want it to be changed, my friend? Yes. I don't think you want someone in governance, a minister, to represent your interests. Right, when you have something against the employer. It's silly. Right, it's just plain silly. I don't think you can have a big bargaining chip. Right, when you have someone in governance representing your interests in parliament or in the movement. So we want the tripartite movement to be tweaked. But I also have a few issues about contracts. Right, your work contract. A lot of our work contracts are not fair to us. Right, some of us have 7 days leave. If someone working as a manager in the educational center, she's a manager, mind you, she only has 7 days of leave. I don't know how she bears with it, no? So after working for a year, she quitted. So when you look at the MOM legislation, right, on leave, actually there's a minimum leave of 14 days. But if the employer gives you 7 days, you got no choice but to take it, or else you lose your job. But can MOM or the government penalize the employer for just giving my friend, the manager, 7 days of leave? I just felt that the movement has no teeth. It has no power. There's nothing that it can do to actually help those who are working. But something is wrong. But there's a lack of teeth in the movement. There's a lack of power in the labor movement. Well, let's bring back people who want to represent us. Let's bring back union chief, right, who can represent the workers' interests better. Well, I think that is fairer. Because right now, you have something against the employer, you have to go to the MOM, you know, right? And if you earn above a certain amount, 2005, many of you have to turn to a lawyer. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? If you earn above 2005 and you have something against the employer, MOM most likely will ask you go to seek legal advice because your salary is above 2005 and we don't represent people who work above 2005. I think some of you have this experience, isn't it? But so we want the tripartite movement to be abolished. We want something to be done so that the interests of the workers are better represented and not everything is done by the government. It's like 政府做个了. Everything is done by the government. Nothing like people like us, right? No, nothing is represented by the ground. Nothing is represented by workers. Well, everything is represented by the government, and this is not right. In fact, I dare to tell the government that transitioning.org is willing to act for the interests of the workers if they want to give us this platform. But there's a talk of transitioning.org probably having a think tank thing, where we invite intellectuals or people like you, ground people, to form a group, not just to grumble and to talk bad about government, but to look for solution. It's a solution-based think tank. If you want to be part of this movement, just email me. Right, I will invite you. We will even invite the Minister of Manpower, Tama, and even some MPs to come. I think it's good that the government now begin to sit down with the people and not just to have a show telling us that, oh, we are going to do this, oh, we are going to do that. But actually there's no concrete action. So this think tank will take off. If you want to be involved, let me know. It will be central mostly on employment issues. But we will also want to look at other issues like CPF. Well, I know some of you are quite angry about CPF minimum sum raised to 131,000, I know. So most of you might not be able to see a CPF until you turn 63, right, when you retire. Yeah, in phases every month. But so that's a think tank. If you want to be involved think tank, let me know. Email me. Right, I'll invite you. And it's a session where you look for solution. It's not just to bash the government. Okay, I'm happy to have this session. Do you know that this event was nearly cancelled? Do you know that today is the 4th of June? Right, I have received a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls, even in the middle of the night, asking me to cancel this event. Say, Gilbert, are you sure? No, 4th of June, you know. Singaporeans might be scared to come. But I'm proud of you guys. I have to give you a round of applause for you turn up here. Well, you have guts. Well, I'm proud of you that you're here. I'm proud to be in the midst of Singaporeans that are united together. Right, I'm proud that not all Singaporeans are kiasu. Because we have this slogan for Singaporeans, even abroad when I'm staying in Australia, they say you're Singaporeans, botawan, kiasu and kiasi. But I'm proud today, I've seen 200 over of you who have guts, who dare to come. And I know that some of you are employed. Maybe half of you are employed. And you're here to show support to those who are jobless. And that's what I'm proud of. Well, I told one friend of mine who asked me to cancel this event. I said, even if someone is here, just one person, I'll talk to him. Right, that's how passionate I am. And my last request to you is, let not this be the last time you come here. Let your activism be aroused in you. Let the patriotism be aroused in you. Do you know that being an activist means you are very patriotic? You are willing to die for a country, you know? Many activists in, China, right, die for the cause, right, because they are patriotic. They love the country. I can see in the eyes of you, in the hearts of you, that you love your country. That's why on a Saturday evening, you do not want to spend time with anyone but fellow Singaporeans who come together to show cause together, to stay united together, so that you actually partake of this pride together with fellow Singaporeans. And that I'm very proud of you. Right? Just a show of hands, how many of you here are jobless? Don't be shy. Jobless. 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 So the rest of you are working? How many of you are working? Let's show your hands. I'm very damn proud of you. Give yourself a hand, man. I'm very proud of you. Right, Singapore. Right, I might want to do this every week, man. Huh? You want to see me here every week? No, lah. Maybe probably every quarter. I've done this 2 years ago. I think some of you were here with TOC. Right, you know Andrew Leong Zihian? Yeah, I've done this with them. Right, but this is a far bigger crowd. I estimate there are 200 over of you here. Right, the press is here. They might want to talk to you. Right, don't shy away from them. Right, I actually love the press. They will help us to publicize the event. Right, so I have more or less finished up what I have to say. Right, again, I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart that you're here. Right, I feel very proud. I have no regrets organizing this event, even though there might be trouble afterwards. Right, but I have no qualms about organizing this event, even though last night a lot of people are still calling me to cancel the event because it's the 4th of June. But I know that Singapore are very sensible people. Right, they won't like one. Right, someone will be going around with you, asking you to sign the petition. Where is James? James? Kelvin? Yeah. Right, they are the one that hosts the petition. Right, it's the petition to endorse employ Singaporean first. If you endorse this, right, you can sign it over there. You need to give your name and your IC number. Once everything is done, I will send the whole lot to the Ministry of Manpower, right, the Minister of Manpower. Right, you just need to give your name and IC number. Right, if you have reservation about this, it's okay, you don't have to sign. Okay? So the event is considered closed.
No, question and answer.
Sorry?
Question and answer.
Sorry?
Question and answer. Anybody with question? Why not?
Question and answer. Okay. Question and answer, alright.